Last time you were here, you spoke about Dutch farmers, and I was watching this clip go around and around on Twitter, being watched millions and millions of times as you talked about what was happening with the Dutch farmers. And when I heard a couple weeks ago of what was happening with you being denied in the Netherlands, it didn't take a rocket scientist to see that there might be a parallel here. Can you speak on that and also speak about our current food and energy crisis, which is terrifying the world? By the way, 2 years ago when we were locked down, that wasn't terrifying people, but now it is.
Right, okay. So if we go back, it must have been around the one, maybe in April 2020 when we talked. I could have even been the one before. I said that I'd been warning about something I called the Hunger Games Society. And I have this phrase, know the outcome and you'll see the journey. If you don't know what the outcome is planned to be, then daily events appear random. They don't appear connected at all. But if you know where we're being taken, then suddenly the otherwise random events become a very clear series of stepping stones, what I call the totalitarian tiptoe, which is now actually the totalitarian sprint, towards that outcome. So let's look at the outcome. And like I say, I've been talking about this for a long, long time. I was talking about it even before I called it the Hunger Games Society. It's just that when those movies came out, what they symbolized was absolutely the society that this cult is planning. And it's now known as the Great Reset. That's what the Great Reset is. It's the transformation of human society to this Hunger Games society. So what is that? If people could imagine a pyramid, because it's all pyramidal hierarchy, the whole system is based on that, and compartmentalized pyramid hierarchy, so people lower down the pyramid who are implementing something that's decided up here don't even know there is an up there. They're just doing what the level above them tells them to do without question. And so the Hunger Games Society, if you imagine a pyramid, the top of the pyramid, tiny, tiny few people, the inner core of this global cult. And if you go to the inner core of the inner core, you probably get them in a single room. At the bottom of the pyramid is the global population, basically, who are under the control of the few at the top on the basis of dependency. Dependency equals control. What you depend upon for the basics of surviving controls you. That's what is being created. And in between the tiny few at the top, the cult inner circle, and the global population is planned to be, and like I say, I've been saying this for decades, a police military state, eventually a fusion of the two. And that police military state, which started to show itself during the COVID lockdowns and massively shows itself in China, which I'd like to come to at some point. And the police military state is there to impose the will of the few on the population and to stop the population rebelling against the few. So then you ask the question, okay, how do you create that? Well, first of all, if you're going to create dependency for the population upon the few, first of all, the few have got to control the basics of human survival. And in terms of the population, you have to destroy their ability to earn an independent income, either through starting an independent business or working for an independent business. Because while they're doing that, you can't control them. So what you've got to do is to destroy the ability to run independent businesses, independent of the cult, and therefore destroy employment with those businesses.
Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you gotta pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.